warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hi, welcome back to our beloved channel.
The official MTsB channel podcast.
We are from 9.3.
Here to show our best performance for today's podcast.
Okay, let us introduce ourselves. First, my name is Nila Shifa. I am from 9.3 and as a host for today's podcast.
Hello everyone, I'm Aulia Ramadhani Budiarto from 9.3.
Hello everyone, my name is Bintang Pilihan Campina Satria from 9.3.
Hello everyone, my name is Farel Adinayika from class 9.2.
Hi guys, I'm Muhammad Turun Nafis from 9.3.
Hello friends, my name is Nurul Janati Adelina and I'm also from 9.3.
So today, we will talk about the importance of moral in our daily life. Please enjoy yourself and listen to our topic for today's podcast. Okay, moral is a human behavior that is carried out intentionally, starting from the turning process that becomes a habit. We must always implement moral in our daily life in order that harmony exists in our daily life. And humans really respect each other. There are two kinds of moral. They are good moral and bad moral. Okay, first, Nati, I have a question for you first. What is an example of a good moral?
Well, there is a lot of good morals that we can implement in our daily life. For example, polite, tawakal, patience, and sincerity, and husnuzon, and others.
Okay, why do we need to have a good morals?
I remember one thing that said by my teacher, that is to achieve a success, we need to have a pleasure or rido from our parents or our teacher. Because the pleasure or rido is a rido from a God, and if we have a rido from a God, your life will be easy. Therefore, from now, we must have a good moral to them. For example, you can help your parents clean home in the weekend, wash your shirt by yourself and respect it. And for your teacher, you can hearing an explanation and respect it and study hard. But I warning again, you must not only to have a good moral to your teacher or your parents, but you can have a good moral to other people. For example, friend, and new people that you first meet, and etc. Because the impact of good moral in your life is so big. For example, the people will be help you and respect you in someday. If God gives you a rido, your life will be easy and your life will be wonderful. So let's instill a good moral in your life starting from now.
Okay. Now, as we know, there is a lot of smart people nowadays, but most often doesn't know moral and doesn't implement moral in their daily life, which makes their intelligence becomes useless. And how is your effort to get used to implement good moral in our daily life?
Well, we can be used to implement good morals in our daily life. We remind others to do good deeds. So we will be eventually remember to do good morals and good deeds in our daily life.
Okay.
Another example is that we must always try to mimic Rasulullah SAW moral because he is a rahmatan lil alamin. Rahmatan lil alamin is a blessing to the entire universe. So that's why we must always try to mimic his morals, like helping each other when they need help.
Okay. In addition, there are also those that are contrary to the teachings of Islam or good morals, namely is bad morals. So, can you explain about the example of bad morals?
Yes, okay, I have some example of bad moral. First is lying. Lying is a false statement made by someone so that the listener will be believing it. Then there is munafik or fail to keep promises. And then there is lazy. Lazy is, well, we know it that it is reluctant to expending our effort or our energy. Then there is arrogant or takabur. Arrogant is when a person is feels superior to other people. Then there is ungrateful, which is rarely thank to Allah and prejudice, or in other words is called suuzon. Suuzon is prejudice to other people.
Okay. A person's behavior or attitude towards others that is not in accordance with the teaching of the Quran and Hadith is a bad morals. So why should we stay away from bad morals?
Bad morals not only have an impact on themselves, but also have an impact on the surrounding environment. If we have a bad morals, we will have a bad name in the surrounding environment.
Okay. Bad morals can show damage in human life, both in personal, family, social, and state life. Then how do we avoid bad morals?
Yes, we can stay away from bad morals. We must always remember Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Then we must repent or forgive Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Then we must controlling our passions on our lust and don't bad morals. The last, we must maintain our associations by being selective in choosing friends, so we can stay away from the places where there is immorality.
So, that is our podcast for today. The lesson that we can take from this podcast is we learn more about moral, and we learn on how to implement good morals in our daily life. After listening to this podcast, we must always implement good morals in our daily life so that there will be harmonism in our life. That's it for our podcast today. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification to stay tuned for the next podcast. We hope you a good day or night.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.